Hi, this is Anonymous Traveler from Intellectual Exercise. Today, I will talk about Ouija board and also about a trigger for Gnosis. I decided to talk about Ouija board because several people mentioned they have had very bad experience due to Ouija board and the computer version of Ouija board. First of all, my advice is don't do it because it's not worth it. And let me explain why I say this. The Ouija board can be used as a gateway between human and the spiritual entities. Sometimes it's your own subconsciousness that works through Ouija board. But for today, I will only talk about the case of genuine outside spiritual entities. Not all the spiritual entities are attracted to Ouija board. Generally speaking, those entities who are attracted to the Ouija board are those with low spiritual vibrations. The main reason why those low vibration spiritual entities are attracted to Ouija board is for them, it offers the human energy. Higher level spiritual entities have enough of human followers already, and they are not desperate. They feed on human energy all the time without problem. However, those low-level spiritual entities have no followers of such and always in hunger for human energy. So they are attracted to a medium or channel such as Ouija board. Have you ever seen a tiger moth? They always fly to the source of fire. It's the same process for those low-level spiritual entities. Low-level spiritual entities are always unsatisfied and hungry, and they always look for the source of human energy. And for them, Ouija board is a perfect channel to absorb human energy. And another reason why those low-level spiritual entities are always hungry is low-level emotions and impulses are always make one unsatisfied. And if you are lucky, you can interact with those entities in a predictable manner. But it's not really beneficial since they do not really have any deep wisdom. They are just low-level spiritual entities. So it's more of a killing time. But if you are unlucky, you can come across the lowest level of entities that are hungry for certain human energy generated from fear and the suffering of a human host. For example, let's talk about dog fighting. Dog fighting is very cruel, and this kind of activity draws a certain type of people. You cannot expect to find someone who is good-natured, kind, and mature in a place like dog fighting. You will likely find the opposite kind of people in a place like that. Their mental vibration is very low, and they find excitement in the sufferings of animal. Now think of yourself as a dog. Some low-level spiritual entities find excitement in your fear and suffering. You certainly don't want that kind of a situation where you are basically a dog who goes through all the horrible pain for some other entity's entertainment. That's exactly what happens when a low and a vulgar spiritual entity gets attached to you through a certain mediums such as Ouija board. So my advice on Ouija board is don't use it. Now let's talk about a trigger for Gnosis. Gnosis is a penetration of the divine knowledge through direct experience. Regarding this, we need to understand the vibration. Each emotion, impulse, and thought has its own vibration. If it is low and vulgar, its vibration is also low. But more distilled emotions, such as equanimity, has much higher vibration. And one of the key principles of alchemy is the likes attract likes. And it's not just for human interactions, but it is also significant in the great work itself. One of the most famous words in alchemy is as above, so below. That means every element in this world has its higher or cosmic counterpart. For example, water is very familiar to us. We know what the water is, we use it and drink it every day. However, when your own vibration has been elevated and also you have developed enough spiritual faculty, you can experience the higher or cosmic counterpart of water element. This kind of experience is Gnostic knowledge, and it is only possible because we have divine spark within us. This divine spark is from the God of a manifestation, the class 1 God. This hidden divine spark within us is why human is microcosm. Without this divine spark, there cannot be creation. Although the Creator God used this divine spark for creation process, this divine spark is from the God of outer void, the one who never manifests. This is the true God for spiritual alchemy, the class 1 God. No matter how much Creator God hates this situation, we humans do have this divine spark within us. That means we should not be a slave to this Creator God. The penetration of this divine spark within us is the birth of Philosopher's Stone. Because our divine spark is within us, we have hidden capacity to experience the higher or cosmic counterpart of all the elements and the components of this world. That is divine knowledge. But in order to penetrate this hidden reality, you need a trigger. This trigger consists of two things. First, one needs to develop spiritual faculty. Second, one needs to attain certain level of emotional distillation. And let me explain about this emotional distillation. Our normal state of existence is filled with low and vulgar emotions and impulses. These low emotions and impulses are solely based on the animal instinct, physical need, and want. However, we cannot realize or awake inner spiritual faculties while your entire existence is solely based on the physical need and want. That's why we need a process of distillation of such useless emotions and impulses. But this is not about giving up all the sense pressure or anything like that. It is about achieving discipline and being in control of our low animal instinct and use it only when it's okay to use it and not to use it when it is not proper to use it. When these two requirements are ready, the trigger is finally ready, and now you are ready for direct experience of divine knowledge. That's the way Gnosis works. Thanks for listening, and all the best.